Well, hey now, welcome back to Kings Road Young Lions. I'll be your DM for this evening. My name is Saucey, and I'm here with four very brave individuals who are going to be venturing into a dungeon this evening on the show. They are the Young Lions, Rosa, Gator, Bronson, and Solomon. Say hello, Young Lions.
Heyo.
Hey, yo, young lions.
I got that
Young
one, baby.
We'll do a little recap here to catch up everybody where we were last time. We had just finally gotten to the town of Rumble Reef. This is the seventh gym city in the kingdom. This is where we're going to take care of two birds with one stone. Bronson is pursuing his seventh badge to complete his championship belt for the Kings Road tournament. And the rest of the party is very interested in reanimating the room 6 portal at the Risky Rabbit. So upon reaching the town, which is a pirate town, there's a little bit of adventuring through the town, looking at all the wares, looking at the swimming pigs in the harbor, the capybaras just hanging out in the sun, and we even saw a pygmy hippo. Then we went to the tiki bar of the Risky Rabbit, where we were met with Mistress Wolf, as well as some other familiar faces. Dombian, an old friend of Solomon's, and Raquel Rose, formerly known as Rocky Rose, who had met the party back in Lucha Lucha Town and inside the little mask shop. So those three fine women are very set on helping the party achieve their goals of getting to the capital and taking down Vance McDragon before the kingdom falls into further peril. In order to do that, they need to collect magic items, more than they can just purchase in town. In fact, an entire stockpile is probably needed to get the dynamo running again, to get that portal up and running inside room 6. So, as luck would have it, the gym inside of Rumble Reef is a bit of a stockpile of magic items where adventurers go inside and many of them return without their magic items. So some say it was a trap designed by King Jerry to prevent folks from having magic items and overthrowing the current power structure. Others say just a bit of a cruel joke. Who knows? So the party, under the instruction of Raquel Rose, ate a bunch of dragon fruit, which has taken them on a bit of a psychedelic journey here, similar to a peyote trip, or I think there was another description that was used during the last show. But after kind of projecting themselves onto an astral plane and following this rainbow road into this giant world tree, they enter into this tunnel. And here we are, the legendary Tomb of Horowitz. Young Lions, here we are, but something is different about you. In this dream world, you are not as you remember yourself. You're something more than you remember. And we'll start with Rosa, the cleric, the halfling cleric with tiny legs. Your legs aren't so small anymore. In fact, Rosa Blackthorn is now the size of a human, full bodied, but still retaining the traits of a halfling. So Rosa gets a little bit of a glow up here in this dream state. Gator, the illusionary muscle wizard, now is fully jacked. He's ready to pump you up, and he still retains his magical abilities here. So Gator, you are looking at just veins just popping, and it's not natural. You're not natty, but you'll take it. It'll work for this temporary dungeon. Bronson, you notice that you are different as well, and I'm going to give you the option here. Of course, we know Bronson the half-orc has lineage which derives from both orc and human bloodlines. So, which of those two does Bronson appear in this dream state? Is he going full orc or is he going human?
Orc.
Full orc, perfect. And then Mr. Solomon, a little bit of difference for you. Over this journey, you have taken on many different forms with different disguises, and you really are a master of disguise. So not only now are you capable of putting on this wonderful performance, you've now entered this state of being a full-blown shapeshifter. The ability to change your shape at will. This is not polymorph. This is just your ability to change your shape and still remain the same size. So Solomon, the shapeshifter, Bronson, the full-blown orc, Gator, the muscle wizard, and Rosa, the halfling with long legs. You can now speak to everybody at eye level. Young Lions, here we are in the opening tunnel of the Tomb of Horowitz. What do you do?
All right, recalling a movie I saw once. I say, now then, he who finds the Holy Grail must face 3 challenges. First is the path of God. Only the penitent man shall pass.
What are you talking about, Gator?
Jehovah starts with an I.
For me.
Yeah, so when we went on our mushroom trip, like, we're all out of bodied experience, but we've all sort of like assembled in the same place, right?
Yes. So, so here's an image of this opening hallway. It's got this winding red path that goes down the hallway, and then it leads in 3 directions. There are 2 tunnels at the end of the hallway, and then the path continues and runs directly into a wall on the right side. We'll go ahead and we'll switch over to the overhead map. Here we are. Can everybody see that okay?
Yeah, that path into the wall is what I've been looking at this whole time. It seems just, it's too obvious. It's got like a black layer over it for me.
Yeah, I gotta, there we go. Zooming down to the bottom. There we go, yeah.
Yep, so we're at the bottom of this page here.
Yeah, I'm interested in, I guess, like, is this lit, or like, do we feel like we need to?
Yeah,
get torches, or
it's kind of unnaturally lit. You know, the laws of physics don't really apply here, so you're able to see just fine down this hallway.
We're in a strange world where light is shadow and shadow is light.
I want to walk on the red path only. Like, I don't want to step on any squares that aren't on the red path.
Okay.
Gator's gonna watch what happens very carefully.
I'm gonna keep going, inching my way up, going up here, and then I guess when I get to here, I want to sort of like, what can I see down the tunnels?
Okay, so before you get there, as you're walking down this path, right about here, the floor gives way to a pit trap. Give me a dexterity check.
That is a natural 20 for a 22.
Okay, so as the floor begins to give on the left side of you, you're able to lean to the right against the wall and avoid falling into this pit. As you look down into the pit, you can see that it drops almost 10 feet, and at the bottom of that pit are scissor boards.
No!
Fight traps. No good. But up until that point, fairly safe, right?
Up until that point,
along the path.
The path had not given way. So you're careful to make sure you're staying on the path the entire way, and and it's been okay so far. Let's see. Everybody see that? Okay, that's our pit.
Yep. Yeah. So I signal for the rest of the group to come this way.
All right.
The unnaturally large Rosa and the amorphous figure that I can't get a beat on, and then Gator, but like the Michelin Man version.
I can't control my token.
It's because you're not.
Oh, I got the wrong one. That's
Oh.
the skinny Gator. We need the muscle boy. Where is he?
We need the saltwater croc version of a Gator, not the Cayman.
Yeah.
Aha, there he is. All right. Can we move that one?
It's like it's weird now that the Gator is like the size and build of me.
That's right. That's right. You so there's no need for Gator to hide behind you anymore. He's he could not hide behind you if he wanted to. He's a big boy. Big boy. Okay.
And then continuing on if everybody's safely in formation. I guess single file would probably be the best way to do this.
Probably.
All right, so as you continue on,
now that I've let off one spike trap, I'm definitely being a little bit more careful.
So you're going to stop right there, and the floor is going to give way here as well. So let's have a dexterity check.
That's a 18.
18. Okay, you're good. That same pit opens up. This time you're going to have to move in one of the three directions to avoid falling in that pit. So you're going to jump forward, right? So that just means...
into the next one.
So anybody following you will have to go around that pit trap opening.
Okay, wait. Now that two pit traps have gone off, I want to uncoil the rope that I have on my back, and we're gonna set up as like a, you know, how you would on like traveling on Mount Everest, with loops made off. So if anybody falls in a pit, everybody else, can like basically like cinch down and try and keep this from happening.
Who's gonna tie the knots?
I would hope that everyone would tie themselves off.
We'll be responsible for each our own knot.
Okay.
And I'll have to be in the rear.
So let's have a sleight of hand check from everybody. Do some knot tying.
One of my good skills.
I got a 14.
23.
7.
Oh.
No, it's you gotta put the rabbit ears and then you loop them through the...
Okay.
Rosa's not used to being big.
The fat fingers, right? Just a new phenomena. Okay, so here we are. We're staggered a little bit. What do we do?
Gonna continue on, I guess.
I'm gonna be a little bold, and I'm gonna step right here because that's already a hole.
Yeah. So the ground seems to be in good condition right there.
So the path is a lie.
Well, it's only half truth.
All right, let's let everybody else get caught up. That way because my rope is only about 50 feet long.
Everybody, keep moving your tokens.
All right, I'm gonna step off the path and I think Solomon may be onto something here. So
Okay. So
And-
where
and then I'll go.
where you're standing is another pit trap.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
So
Like, half truth.
so you're gonna roll a dexterity check there.
Yeah, I got a 19 on that one.
Okay, you're good on that one too.
Or at least I'm like testing out all these traps.
I'll say
Like
that.
throwing rocks or something like that. Or does it need more weight to trip it?
Probably
Probably
need
needs
more
more
weight
weight.
because there's stuff. It's like there's rubble. Like there's it's not a clean hallway. All right, so moving forward again.
Okay.
It's definitely not a clean hallway. Could use a sweep and a map.
Okay, so now you're standing there in front of the two tunnels. There is one to the left, to the right, and then there's this path which just terminates into a wall on the right.
Yeah, that's the most interesting to me, but I just want to make sure nothing's gonna jump out of these tunnels at us.
Half truths.
Yeah, so
There's a secret tunnel.
these two tunnels, they only go a few feet beyond the opening before they turn into unnatural darkness.
Mm,
So it's
like
impossible to
murky,
see.
Gross. Yeah.
You can't see beyond anything, but it's just pure darkness in both of those tunnels.
Yuck. All right. At that point, I want to examine this wall then.
Okay, let's have an investigation check.
So good at that. Oh, well, that's not too bad. 19?
All right, so examining the walls, we haven't spent really any time looking at the walls going down this hallway, but there is some very the walls are very dusty, and upon closer investigation you can see that there are all sorts of mosaics painted on the walls, and not only just in front of you but extending all the way down past where Rosa is, and probably all the way to the end of the tunnel itself.
Mhm.
Okay, this particular one. Oh, just bear with me for a minute. Gotta find it. Okay. Okay, that's not the one. This particular one is a painting of a door. The wall itself is made of plaster. There is a door painted on this one. Next to the door, there is a figure. Let's see here. It is a painting of a heroic warrior wearing celestial armor, facing a shadowy, monstrous figure who has similar traits as the hero.
I want to try to open the door.
So there's no handle.
Right?
As you put your
But I'm going to
hand,
act like there is. Yeah.
so as you reach for the door handle, your hand hits a physical wall. It is just as it appears, a smooth plastered wall.
Bronson.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if we can scrape away whatever, scrape away this mural, see if there's something behind it. Use your strength.
I just believe that the door will open.
And where did that get you?
Yeah. Okay, I try and pull the door open. Maybe I was just doing the wrong way.
Well, I mean, you can believe that the door's going to open, but there's nothing for you to pull on.
I'm just leaning into this
Gator.
vision quest.
Get it. Make a doorknob on the door. Illusion the door. In this space, it might be more real, like you are right now.
No. I've seen this in another movie. knock 3 times, and I walk up and I knock 3 times.
Okay, so you knock 3 times, and it doesn't knock like it's a wooden door. It's nothing happens. But you do see that a piece of the plaster is chipped off to the side of the door.
Bronson, scrapey.
Yeah, all right. So now we're trying to figure out if it's just been, plastered up and covered up. Let's try and find a door behind it.
Did it sound like the rest of this, like stone should, or was it a different kind of sound?
Well, do you want to knock anywhere else to compare?
Yeah, knock on the other side of the hallway.
Yeah, so as
the opposite wall.
As you knock,
I think between the 4 of us, like, we can probably, in these squares, we can each reach like a section of the hall. Let's just start knocking.
Yeah, so as a matter of fact, the wall in front of you does sound a little bit differently than the other places where you have knocked.
Okay.
So you got to know the old ways.
Let's start the demolition then.
All right, now what are you picking at this plaster with?
I mean, let's start with the Great Club, and then if I need to like chop through a door like I'm in The Shining, then I'll switch to my axe.
Does anybody else have any tools that might be a little bit more accurate than a Great Club?
I have a mace.
Okay.
I have a forgery kit and a disguise kit. I don't know. I have a small knife.
I know we can setting fire.
I left all of my magic items in the bag of holding in the presence of somebody trusted, so I have one of my cool tools.
It was around Snugglecup's neck.
Yep.
Yeah, so the small knife actually seems to be the best device for being able to pop under the plaster and really pop it off of the wall.
Okay. I got daggers.
Yeah. So something like a small flat blade like that, that seems to work better than the Great Club. So
I got a mess kit. I probably got a spatula in there.
Ah. AKA
let's
knife.
use this dagger.
Yeah. So you're able to reveal after picking. It probably takes about 10 minutes, but as you're picking a little bit, you can start to see like the remnants of a frame, and it's starting to make sense here that there is a doorway that exists there and has been plastered over. So let me go ahead and reveal.
Should I switch to the sledge now?
Ah.
I mean, now that we know what's going on, do we just want to brute force it?
Well, let's try the door now that we've uncovered it.
Yeah.
Well, how about, so the door, it's like uncovered. Like, do we feel like I don't want to proceed just yet, but like, do we feel like if we were to attempt to open this door that it wouldn't be terribly obstructed anymore?
Well,
like we've done the job sufficiently.
The door itself has no door handle. On it, but the frame, it appears to be kind of loose around the frame, and as you play with the door, you can kind of jam into the door, into the crack of the door, right to the right, and you can tell that the door slides a little bit.
Okay, before anybody does anything, not everybody needs to be in front of this thing when we open it. This is more old ways stuff. So how about let's all take a healthy walk around these pits, and Bronson will open the door. Rosa, Solomon, come on.
I'm gonna Kool-Aid Man through this thing.
I should add a couple bits of information I left out before. So Ceris Rosa, with the longer legs, your movement speed, which is normally 25?
Yeah.
It'll be 30 for the duration of this encounter.
You're a medium creature now.
That's right.
Look at me growing up in the world.
And Gator, your strength is going to increase to a maximum of 18 for the duration of this.
Suck it, rest of the world!
And of course, Solomon, you'll be able to change at will. And Bronson, your strength, I don't know if it's maxed out at 20 already.
It is not.
It's not. Okay, so your strength will also make it an 18.
Well, it was 19.
It was 19? Okay, then
yeah.
Make it a 20.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Solomon, here's an easy fix. Just transform into a purple worm. They're unbeatable.
That's true. All right. So
I broke the encounter.
So this thing looks like it slides out of the way. Is that what you were trying to sort of convey? Is that it doesn't just open like a door on a hinge? It has some.
It's gonna probably Star Trek into the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think.
Yes. So you can see that it'll slide a little bit into a recess that's on the left side.
Then that is what I am trying to do, rather than to just remove the door from existence.
So there are bits of plaster everywhere, and it's kind of gritty. So the door doesn't want to slide easily. It's been plastered in place for quite a while, but you can kind of muscle it and move it a couple inches at a time until it's mostly open. The door frame itself, it's about 2.5 feet wide. So enough for everybody to squeak through there, but a little bit smaller than a normal doorway.
All right, yeah, I want to kind of peek through and see what I can see on the other side before just stepping through.
And I'm assuming we're all still tied up, so I'll officially be in the rear.
Okay. So what you see is that inside this doorway, it's the opening gets smaller and smaller until it turns into a tunnel that you'll have to crawl on your hands and knees to fit through.
Rosa, you're gonna wish you were small again.
I don't like this. I'm out.
I mean, I'm down. I'll go check it out.
No, this is some real life. Like I already.
Yeah, no, this is some claustrophobic shit right here.
No, no.
Perhaps I should take the lead on this next stretch.
Yeah, couldn't hurt.
I'm still little.
I guess at this point, since we're past where we think spike traps are going to be, we could probably take off the ropes.
No, let's keep it on just in case.
All
Especially
right.
since I'm going first and I'm little.
All right.
Yes. If anything, we can pull.
Yeah, I just yank him right back, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, this crawl space is completely black. So you'll need a light source to be able to see with low light vision. So it's complete.
I'm a gnome.
Darkness.
I have dark vision.
Right, but the dark vision, I think, allows you to see in dim light normally and allows you to see in complete darkness as if it were dim light. So you're going to see this as dim light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right. I'll cast Minor Illusion to make a little glowing orb flash for a moment to illuminate the path ahead as I go.
All right, so it immediately banks to the right.
Do we have light? Like, Rosa, do you have the light cantrip?
Yeah, but I probably didn't take it.
Well, I mean, oh, okay. Got you. That's not one of the cantrips you picked up. Got it.
Yeah, cantrips are fixed once I pick them out.
All right, so with this limited dark vision, you can see that this tunnel continues this way, just straight, and you can see that it's bringing you in right back, running parallel to the hallway you just walked down.
All right. Is anybody coming after me? I'm running out of slack.
I'm I'm making sure that I'm going through as well.
I'm in the rear, so I have to wait for everyone else.
And then at a certain point, the tunnel just ends at a stone wall.
Ugh.
Oh man, and we're all in here.
Start tapping on the wall, I guess.
Yep, I'm gonna lean on it.
So you're going to push on the wall?
Sure.
Okay. So you're able to push on the wall, which reveals a room
Ooh.
with two doors. One on your right and one on your left.
Oh, hey. Would have been cool to notice that before.
Yeah. I guess
I'll
I'm
open
wondering
this
whether
door,
or not
Bronson. You open the other door.
Yeah, that'll work.
Come on, Rosa, let's be brave.
Okay, so Solomon, you try the handle on the door, and your door is locked.
Is
Bronson,
there no visible locking mechanism?
is there a visible locking?
Like, is
mechanism?
it
Yes.
locked from his side?
Yeah, it theoretically it would make sense that it would lock from this side that we're
Is
on.
there a physical lock? No, there's no keyhole. There's nothing obvious that would show the locking mechanism for the door.
I lean on it.
So you lean on the door. It is still locked. However, while you're working on that, the other door, Bronson's able to open it up and opens into a hallway. And Bronson, as this door easily opens, as it is unlocked, inside that room you see a 10-foot statue. Before you walk in there, you take a look at this. It's a grotesque gargoyle creature carved from stone, and its form is twisted in an odd shape, with fingers pointing directly at the doorway you're about to walk through. It has a strange face on its devil-like body. Do you walk into the room?
I mean, I want everybody to kind of take a look at it before we go in there.
Cousin of yours?
Not mine.
Ah.
All right, let's have a perception check.
Yep. Ooh, 16.
Everybody perception?
Yep, everybody that's looking into
Okay.
the room. Well, Gator, you're kind of...
Yeah, I'm not even around the corner.
So Solomon and Bronson can have a good look there.
I got 12.
Well, okay, so you both notice that there's script written on the wall above it and behind it, although it's written in Gnomish. So Bronson, I don't know if you can read it,
I do not.
but Solomon, you can read it, and there is 2 lines of text. The first line says, "Very nice, very evil," and the second line says, "No swearing."
I translate that to the group.
Gargoyle Hausen. All right. I will step into the room then.
Okay. As you step into the room, the statue animates. and speaks to you immediately and says, "Who walks willingly into the tomb of Gargoylehausen, eh? You adventurers seek treasure, magical trinkets and jewels, beebles and baubles. Gargoylehausen has many of those, but you must pay with your very soul. Ha ha! Gargoylehausen is only kidding. Mostly, but seriously, pay the toll and you may pass. Also, no swearing."
What's the toll?
1 tooth per
No.
person.
Yeah, I figured it was gonna be a tooth. Yeah. Yep. All right. Yeah, I'll reach up and grab a molar and just pull it right out of my mouth.
Okay, let's have a strength check.
23.
Yeah, so sure. As orcs have many teeth that are pretty easily accessible, right? And they're probably protruding from your jaw. You're able
He has
to latch
3
onto
rows
them.
like a great white.
They just move into place. When I lose them, new ones grow in.
So you're able to rip out that tooth. Everybody else, I don't know how everybody feels about watching you willingly rip a tooth out of your mouth. I'd be nauseous watching that, but
The premise is, I understand that we're not in our physical bodies right now, so I figure it's like, well, I mean, if it's just, if this is all just a trip,
I
then
mean-
let's go for it.
That's a good point. I reach into Bronson's mouth and I rip out one of his teeth.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Well, wasn't there the whole, you die in here, you die for real thing, or was that just a joke?
Yeah, but they didn't say dentistry is permanent here.
I got a 9.
Just
I mean, honestly,
you got a
No,
9.
you can't talk. My
I'll
hand
start-
is in your mouth. My hand
I'll
is in your
start-
mouth.
yeah, no, I'll start it's like, all right, I gotta get 4 teeth for 4 people. That's not a
Hold-
problem. Just start
Hold
grabbing.
up. Before you pull out a 4th tooth, Saucey, are there any, animal bones or anything like that just kind of laying around?
Inside the
No.
room, there
Yeah.
are not.
Darn, I'm looking for rat teeth or something like that.
I figured this is half weird, unnerving situation and half test of metal. In terms of
Mr. Gargoyle.
how willing are you to pass through this area?
Mr. Gargoyle, as you can see, the competitor here, the prospective champion of the King's Road is here and just ripped his own goddamn tooth out of his mouth.
No swearing.
Perhaps.
No swearing.
Oh, my apologies. That was the last one. I need to get out of my system. Perhaps an allowance can be made for the rest of his retinue?
Gargoylehausen does not understand your line of questioning. 4 teeth, 4 passages.
Gargoylehausen, I have a proposition. If you beat me in a dance contest, we will give you our teeth. 1 each. But you have to beat me in a dance competition. And I summon some music. And Gator starts dancing.
So, Gargoylehausen is very, he's very interested in what you have going on. As Gator's dancing, Gargoylehausen's foot starts tapping, and then his head starts nodding, and he starts dancing as well.
All right, Gator's gonna pull out a special move.
Okay.
He's gonna cast Alter Self in the middle, and he's gonna resemble a gator like he likes to do. And he's gonna do a spin, and suddenly he's a gator.
Oh. So now there's a dancing alligator?
Tequila. Yeah, I look more like Leatherhead than anything.
Okay,
For
well,
the turtles.
Little alligator.
let's have a performance check.
Oh God. All right.
I
strength
help.
based-
I'm helping.
Thank you. I'm gonna need it. Oh
I'm
God.
dancing behind you and giving you directions in your steps.
You're gonna have to like grab my wrists because I just rolled a 3.
I take over. Can I lead?
Please.
Yeah, I mean, you can assist with the performance. Give him advantage.
I tag in Solomon. Tequila.
Okay.
Well, I give you advantage, Gator.
Okay. 6.
Oh God.
Did I mention I don't know how to dance?
Gargoylehausen here is dancing with you. He says Gargoylehausen loves music and teeth. 4 teeth.
Tequila.
You bring gifts. You bring 4 teeth, or I will curse you.
Well, then I'll have no choice but to perform a counter curse. And I start to raise my fingers, and my eyes go wide, and I'm still a gator.
All right, so we got ourselves a Mexican standoff here, just fingers pointed at each other.
Finger guns. Yeah.
Can we be circling?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, we're circling.
Yeah, circling.
And I just realized that I'm still tied up to everybody, so this just became a total cluster F.
Would anybody else like to contribute to this situation?
I just like am holding out my tooth.
What are you doing, Gator? Are you doing like curse fingers or whatever?
Yeah, I got the hands up and back with the finger out.
They're trying to psych each other out at this point.
You know what?
We've found the demon version of Gator here.
While this guy has all of his attention on Gator, I'm just gonna speak up and say, look, Mr. What was it, Gargoylehausen? I suggest you take the payment we offer and let us go on our way, and I will cast suggestion.
Okay. So what do we roll here against that? A wisdom check?
Wisdom save DC 15.
Okey-dokey.
If this doesn't work, I hit Bronson in the head to make him malfunction like PCO.
All right, so he fails the wisdom check, and your suggestion was to just let you pass?
With the one
Well, yeah,
tooth, yeah.
to take the one tooth that Bronson has offered and let us go.
All right, so as he's circling and pointing at Gator, he catches sight of Bronson holding the one tooth, and he freezes. His eyes widen even more, and his teeth clench. And he says, "You bring gifts. This is acceptable. Perhaps Gargoylehausen will let you pass for one large tooth, as big as 4 regular teeth."
I'll even put it in his jar for him.
Ah, yes, very fun, very evil. Put the tooth in the jar. So he's got like a little jar of teeth inside his belt, inside a little pouch. And, he very carefully, unscrews the top and rattles around the teeth that are in there and holds it out with 2 hands, like, "Tooth, please."
I figure that he's like going full on like old timey prospector on it, and he actually like holds it up to the light, and then he bites my tooth to make sure that it's real, and then he pops it in the jar.
Ah, yes, this is a fine tooth. This is a tooth of utmost quality. So with a dramatic bow, Gargoylehausen steps aside, wings scraping against the walls, and he laughs quietly, his eyes still gleaming, but never quite leaving the sight of the 4 of you. But he does allow you to pass without further incident.
Awesome. Does that get us back? This is we get transit both ways, right?
Are
glad my dance-off worked.
Are you still talking to him, or?
I mean, yeah, I guess we're just bumping out, just trying to get past him, but...
We'll cross that teeth bridge when we get there.
Yeah,
That's right.
I mean, I got 30 more.
So he directs you to a wall where 2 doors appear.
This again. All right.
Not going to tell us anything about the doors?
Yeah, I'm going to look back at him and be like, got any advice as to which door we should open?
One lies, one tells the truth.
He says, I don't know. I've never taken the doors. You open the door, and then you go into it. It's a door.
Is there another way out of this room?
The other door, which you came in.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but so specifically, I'm looking at to the east of Solomon's token.
Oh no, that's just that's wall with the script written on it.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. Okay. I guess head up to the doors. Let's take a look at them.
Yep. So they are 2. There are 2 doors, and they have rivets in the middle of the doors, kind of like semi-sphere bolts in the middle of the doors.
Mm-hmm.
The door on the left, they are in the shape of a diamond. The door on the right, they're in the shape of a square.
But what is a square, or what is a diamond but a square turned 45 degrees?
That's true.
Only if it's a square diamond.
And this is a square diamond.
I mean, I'm up for flipping a coin to...
I've created a false equivalency.
Do either of the symbols on either doors turn?
Do the symbols turn? No, these doors have doorknobs as well.
Yeah, but I was like, if I could turn the diamond, would it also be a square?
Well, it's just 4 rivets in the door in the pattern of a diamond, so it's not.
I've created a monster. I'm sorry.
Do these rivets, if you touch them, do they give in any way?
Well, which door are you going to touch?
I'm going to go for the square.
I'll go for the diamond on 3.
Because we're all about the squared circle.
Sure.
Oh.
So you can
you're on my wavelength.
try to manipulate the rivets, but unfortunately, they don't move on either door.
All right, I'm going to open the square door.
At the same time, I open the diamond door.
And I'll step in front of Rosa, prepared to cast my shield spell in case something comes flying out.
Great. So that's going to reveal 2 more rooms. One of the rooms has 3 doors. The other one has 2 doors.
Oh, my goodness. This is hell.
This is
and that's not a swear,
thing,
Mr. Gargoyle. That is not a swear. That is a description of a place that's a noun, all right?
No swearing!
It's not a swear.
Well, how in the hell am I supposed to talk about hell if I'm not allowed to say hell?
Roll initiative. He's only going to give you so many times.
I'm going to get real mad at these doors, though. I'm only going to get so many doors before I just start, blasting thunder waves through doors at a pure angle.
All right. Let's take a look at the next set of doors.
And let's not be in the vicinity when said thunder wave goes off.
Where did Bronson go? On Gator?
Under Rosa.
Oh, he's under me.
Who's under you? Well, you can't both fit in that room. Oh, there he is. Okay. All right, so Solomon, you're in the left room, and is somebody going in the right room?
Yeah, whichever one was the square.
Okay. I'll have you both roll a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, God.
Uh, 11.
Oh, it's like one of my best saves, but I rolled so poorly. 10.
All right, so as soon as you step into the room, you both trigger a trap where a bolt shoots from the ceiling straight down, and both of you take a hit. Bronson, you're going to be hit for 3 damage, and Solomon for 2 damage.
Taking hits is how we got here.
So what do you do now?
What do the doors look like at this section? And can we see each other? Like, if I open the door to the other side, like, can I see Solomon?
Let's have an investigation check from both of you.
All right. That is a 14.
Dirty 20.
Great. All right, so Bronson, as you're investigating, you're trying to find, how to open these doors. You can't really figure it out. They each have sets of rivets on the doors in different patterns. And as you're investigating, another bolt shoots out of the ceiling. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
And he's in the same room? Sorry.
Yeah, a second bolt from the same dart trap.
Yeah, natural 20 for a 22.
All right, so you're able to get out of the way just at the right time. So now there are 2 bolts that have fired out of the ceiling, just about, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 seconds apart. Solomon, same thing in your room. As you're investigating, you find that the rivets on your doors actually can be manipulated. They can be pulled down, slid, rotated. Each one moves a little bit differently. You can deduce that it's some type of combination, but at the same time, another bolt shoots out of the ceiling towards you. Roll a dexterity saving throw.
11.
So you're going to take 2 more points of piercing damage. Okay.
I can do puzzles under pressure.
No, I have an idea. Hang on. So Gator sees all this happening, and he's had enough. Floating disc underneath Solomon, so he can do. I'm assuming there's a pressure plate. If not, I'll just put it over you.
Yeah, I would say over is probably the better.
Okay, I'll just put it over top of him. I'll just put it over top of him.
All right, very well. So
I like that.
Now that's in there. Gator, what do you do now?
Assuming I concentrate on the spell.
I'm sorry, Bronson.
Okay, thank you.
I guess I'm gonna try and continue to open the if clearly we have a limited amount of time before things happen, then I'm gonna quickly try and adjust the door in front of me to where it opens.
All right, so you can figure out that there's a combination to these bolts. You're sure that you can figure one out, but you've got to focus on one of these doors. So pick a door, and then I'm going to have you do an intelligence saving throw.
All right, north
door. Okay. So intelligence saving throw here.
9.
You can't figure it out. A third bolt shoots down at you. Take another dexterity saving throw.
And that's a 19.
19. Okay. So you're able to predict and time this. Every so many seconds, another bolt is shooting out of the ceiling here.
No, if you want to be really insidious, the game design principle you want is it's every 59 frames or every 61, so it's not a flush 1 second that you can learn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Solomon, you're working on the combinations on your doors. Which one are you focusing on?
What do you mean, which one am I? I'm focusing on the door.
Yeah. So there's a door that separates us, and then there's a door to your north.
Correct.
And I'm doing the door to the north then.
Okay, so let's have an intelligence saving throw.
Alright. Well, now that I've got a game plan, I realize it's a combination. I quickly step back 5 feet using 5 of my 25 feet of movement, and I wait for an arrow, and then I step back in.
Well, you've got 10.
Oh, that's right. I've got.
above you
yeah,
anyway.
I created a roof.
Shielding me.
Yep.
Or
Cool.
ceiling.
Then I don't do that. Investigation again.
Just an intelligence saving throw. So as you try to solve,
Saving.
so just as you try to solve the puzzle.
That's only gonna be 8.
All right, so you're still stumped on this as well. Rosa and Gator, you kind of see this going on. They're kind of fidgeting with these doors and getting shot with crossbow bolts. You're just hanging out with Gargoylehausen as he's kind of lusting
step
over
in
these
with-
teeth he's got.
Since Solomon is shielded by my floating disc, I'll step in and if I can assist him with the intelligence check.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, that's fine.
Or
So-
that maybe. How about you let me give a shot, but like tell me what you've been working with in a way that gives me advantage, so I don't.
All right,
use
so this
combination
piece
twice.
moves over this way, but this piece won't move if this is over on this side.
Oh
so,
God, it's a puzzle box. Yeah.
Okay, DM, is that good enough for advantage on this
Yeah.
save?
Mhm.
Thank you. We got a 21 or how about a 25?
Woo.
Yeah, so you can figure out that the combination to this door and it unlocks with a satisfying click as you
You guys, I
slide
figured it out.
one
figured out
of those
combination.
rivets, and it reveals a room with another door and 2 walls.
And I just wanted to say the combination was, "Won't you take me to Funky Town?" The Towley reference.
Beep 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 beep.
All right, so
Yeah.
who is in this room?
I think no one.
Yeah.
No, I mean, Gator, you were in there, you solved that puzzle with the floating disc.
Yeah,
Over.
I stepped in with Solomon, so I'll
Oh, you're
move
both
the
in there.
floating disc into the next room, much in the same way, and I'll step in.
Are you both going to go in?
I'm gonna step back actually and let Gator take this one. Gator's
Yep.
a lot smarter than me. At least I hope Gator's a lot smarter than he has shown at times to be smarter than me in a
He's got-
mathematical
He's got
kind of
that
sense.
savant level, like he can.
I
he can
hope
do a
that
Rubik's
he's
Cube
smarter
in like
than
2
me.
seconds.
I'm smart, but it's in a Machiavelli kind of way.
What's your intelligence score?
It's I can't
8.
pronounce the number because it would shatter your psyche.
But you're proficient in intelligence saves, so
That is correct.
move forward. I'll step back so I quit getting shot at, and I'll come give supportive words to Bronson, but not in any kind of mechanical sense.
Mhm.
All right.
All right, so like I said, I hover the floating disc overhead into the next room and I step in.
Yep. And Bronson, you're working on which door? The door to your north?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, let's have an intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Well, that's good. 15.
15. Yeah, so you're able to solve it with a little coaching from Solomon. And that door opens, revealing a room with a door and 2 walls.
Hmm. And so we've already sort of kind of gotten a sense that this is like a
Kind of.
Yeah, because okay.
I've
Roll,
got the sense that
MXC.
this place is obnoxious.
All right, I'm not going in that room. I'm gonna turn to my left and try and do that one.
roll a
Or
dexterity.
sorry,
Before you
I-
do that, half step back.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
you're gonna-
really good here. I'm keeping time. And a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a step.
Yep.
So a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Yeah, that's fine. 16.
Okay. Yeah, so you're good. So you can step out of the room.
Yep. And then trying to do the one to my right.
And then you're going to scoot back in and try to solve that one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a 19 on that one.
19. Yeah, so this one really plays to your skill set. It's got these four
one rivet. Click.
These 4 rivets, and you figure out if you just push them all in at the same time, that'll unlock the door. And
nice.
This particular door, it kind of it slides straight up as soon as you push it in. It goes whoop straight up, and it reveals this next room. Meanwhile, Gator is still in that other room trying to unlock this door, not knowing that there's nothing on the other side. And Gator, what you revealed is an empty room.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was all for naught.
No, it wasn't. We are eliminating annoying possibilities. Come on back. We found the right door.
All right. And I've got my umbrella overhead.
Yep. So what does Bronson do?
I'm gonna go in that room.
All right. So you
Bronson
go in the room.
Large and
No, there's no trap from the ceiling. The floor is stable, and there are 3 walls that have nothing of note on them.
This is just like a broom closet. All right, I'm gonna push on the wall to my north.
All right, do an investigation check.
All right. That's 12.
A 12. So pushing the wall to the north doesn't reveal anything.
Okay. Then the wall to the east.
All right, so pushing the wall to the east, you reveal that there is a secret door there.
Oh, nice.
That opens up to another room, which has a hole on the far wall with another crawl space.
Yeah, I think I found it, guys.
All right, everybody make sure to step through this room on 3, not on 4, all right? And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. All right, there we go, just like that. Crawl.
Yep. Where are we?
You're stepping into the crawl space.
Mm-hmm.
It immediately turns left, and it's pitch black in there.
Yep.
You can see a little ways up. We're just going to continue this. Yeah, it'll go all the way up, and then it turns a little bit to the left. And then it starts to get like really not kept together very well. Almost as if the path in front of you had collapsed at one point, so they had to build another path that goes around to the side. And but you can follow it through until it opens up into a room.
Taking all the back alleys. Uh-oh. That looks like a church.
Let's see here. We got ta-da. Okay. So you walk into this room, which is it looks just like a church, right? It's obviously some form of temple area. There are scenes of normal life painted on the walls, except in all the paintings, the people have rotting flesh, skeletal hands. There's worms eating them. Yet there are many religious symbols all throughout the room, including a symbol of a hammer, which is a throwback to Mirrodin, but many of the gods are represented in this room. There's a path that leads up to an altar at the front of the room. On each side of that path, there are rows of pews, 4 rows in total. And to the right, there is a doorway, not shown in this picture, but you'll see it on the map, with it looks like a corpse on the floor in front of it, pointing at that doorway.
Do these look like, I mean, I'm assuming there's only one kind of pew, but are these the kind of like benches that have like, because usually before you sit down, you lift the seat and get the Bible out?
Uh-huh.
Is it like that?
Yeah, they do have seats that lift.
All right, so that could be good, it could be bad.
I'd like to
Yeah.
take a look at the altar.
Yeah, I'm moving into the middle of the room.
Sure. The altar itself, it kind of has a strange glow to it. It's made of some type of strange material and has an inner light. That there are no books placed upon this altar itself, but you can detect that it radiates some type of magic.
Anything of interest around the altar
Yeah,
besides the dead body?
there's a corpse up in the northeast and a door.
There's a corpse. There are, it looks like some railings that go off to your right and left. There are a couple candelabras. There are a couple pots in the corners there. And there is a seat behind the altar. Not really a throne, just kind of like a resting seat.
Is at the end of the main hall, not where we came in, the bypass area. Is there a door like directly to the south of Gator?
Is there a door on the wall behind Gator?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. So this is the entrance, like the way that we came is the intended entrance into this room.
Well, the path that's painted on the floor leads to that crawl space.
Okay. Gotcha. But it's not like there was like what I'm trying to figure out is whether or not this place existed as something else and then some weird tunnel, got made into it, or if there's a different way, in or out of this area, outside of the room up to the northeast. I was just trying to sort of get a lay of the land.
Sure.
Anything in the pews?
That's what I was gonna say. There could be like a secret, like staircase or something in one of these pews. So I guess I'll walk to this one on my right, and this one that I'm facing, or to the east, I should say. I'll try the bench and see if the seat lifts.
Sure, it does.
If it does, I'll flip it up.
It does. Inside that seat, there are many copper coins.
It's mine. I saw it first.
Absolutely not.
What? What do you? What? It's like when you sit on a chair and change falls out of your pocket.
Just
This isn't
open
like...
all of them first, and then we'll figure it out.
One by one. Let's not open all of them.
Right.
I don't. Yeah, one by one. And I'll turn and open the one to the west of me.
Okay, that same row, you open the one to the west, and that one is also filled with copper coins.
Mine. I saw it second or first.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do the same thing on my 2 pews.
So as you open the pew to your right, Bronson, you open it up and it's filled with silver coins.
This is not just going to keep upgrading.
It might.
One of these is going to be bad. You know one of these is going to be bad, but keep going, Bronson.
Yeah. So on both sides, same deal.
If you open the pew on the left, it's also filled with silver coins.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then move up one more. Do the same thing.
I start loading the copper coins onto my floating
don't
disc.
touch the coins yet.
Gator,
Okay,
I
no
will.
car.
Before,
I got long
tell
legs.
Gator this in character. Listen, buddy.
No,
Like, we are not the religious authority here. Whenever it comes to anything involving, you know, like a sanctum or anything like that, I'm looking at Rosa first for direction. Don't
yeah,
touch
I'm not as bad
anything.
as Abu. I'm not as
Yeah.
bad as Abu. I go to reach for it, and then like I get this little ghost of Rosa's face over my shoulder, and I shudder, and I don't.
Gator, don't take the coins.
Especially if there's idolatry of Morden in here. We're definitely not messing with that until we get the go-ahead.
So in this pew to the right of you, Bronson, you open it up and it reveals a tray of golden coins.
Mm-hmm. Or Gator, don't even bother with the copper, man.
It all spends. What are you talking about?
How are you gonna get it back to your body?
How are you gonna get it back to your body? Yeah, you didn't expect that one, did you?
I'm not. Like, either way. All right. So next, again, move it up and then checking the next set.
So the one to your west, also filled with gold coins, which just leaves the row in the front.
Yeah, that's the next ones.
All right. So as you're opening the one on the east first.
Yeah.
All right. So as you open up that seat, at first it appears as though there's nothing inside of the pew itself, and then gas starts to come out of it.
Super.
It's a fart
Close it.
box.
Shut it.
Sit on it.
So as you quickly shut it, but this green gas continues to billow out of it anyway, as the cloud is spreading. And
What's it smell like?
it smells like you're gonna roll some dice.
Oh, it smells like plastic. Burning plastic. Actually, that probably would hurt.
Can confirm the smell of a burn pit and burning plastic is not a fun smell.
Yeah, let's not even get into that tragedy of the realism of war, but yeah, burn pits are so disgusting. Oh,
Yep.
Anyway.
Great. So you're gonna roll a d8.
Okay.
And Solomon, with you being in close proximity to that pew, you're gonna roll a d8 as well.
Already?
Actually,
Isn't that why they call them pews?
instead of a d8, it's 2d4.
2d4?
Yeah, 2d4.
6.
6. Great.
Yeah, thanks, Bronson. I got the cricket when nobody laughed.
5.
5. Okay. Bronson, under the influence of this gas, you're gonna lose 5 points of strength for 48 hours.
Jesus.
And Solomon, you're gonna lose 6 points of strength.
I'm the barbarian.
So you're at what, a 2?
I'm at 2.
I was gonna say if he's at a 0, he's in a coma. Or well, he'd be just paralyzed.
Bronson, would you like to open the other pew?
No.
How about you, Rosa? What would you like to do?
Don't do it.
I'd like to inspect the altar a little bit more. Any sort of inscription, carving, or is it just a solid block of
It's kind of like this translucent material. It's opalescent, if you will. Magical energy radiates from it. Are you attempting to manipulate it in some way, or are you just looking at it?
looking at it, but now you've got my interest on it. Now this is just looking at it from the front. Is there anything like around the back or anything like that, or?
Around?
yeah.
No. In fact, it's just solid blocks. There are not even shelves on the rear side. The top of it is flat. It's not even angled. It's an altar.
Should I just touch the altar?
Yeah, I was about to say, does it have any like implements on it or anything like that?
There are no inscriptions on it, no carvings, nothing. It's very plain.
You don't have detect evil or anything? Protection from evil cast on an evil altar would maybe consecrate it? I don't know. Don't just touch it.
That's what I got over here.
Where is the symbol of Moradin?
It is on the wall above the chair.
And you said that there was other idolatry around too?
It appears to be like a multi-faith type church. With Mirrodin being the predominant symbol here. You see the hammer on the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And the altar there. This altar is actually much more intricately carved than what it actually looks like. It almost looks like ice blocks stacked on top of each other.
Do you want me to take down that sign for you? You know, like the symbol, so you can inspect it?
No, symbol can stay on the wall for now. You know what? I don't know. I may just go ahead and show faith to Moradin. So maybe, kind of kneel in front of the altar. And
you should roll the bones, man.
I didn't remember, are those magical, the rune casting set? Because I left all magical items behind.
I feel like that's divine, which is technical. I don't know. That's as per the DM. I don't know why I'm answering.
No,
I don't think they're magical items. I think they're mundane. They just happen to be your divine instrument. You know?
Correct. Yeah, they are a non-magical item.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't going to be about Jesus, is it? All things are about Jesus, Homer. Except
I'm touching the altar. Let's. I gotta do something. So, I'm at least going to, after kneeling, kind of showing the respect. I'm going to dust off the altar. Show it a little love and care. Obviously, this room probably hasn't been used in a while.
So you pay homage to Mirrodin, and just as you're about to touch the altar, you feel a gust of air coming from your left to the left of the altar itself.
So is that my left, or if you're standing behind the altar?
If you're looking at the altar, it would be from behind you.
That direction?
I don't know. Have you pinged anything?
Oh, I was moving my person around.
Use if you're gonna call it out, just use the cardinal directions. That way, it's oriented.
It would be from that direction.
Oh, okay. So I'm actually going to investigate that gust of wind over there.
All right, investigation check.
All right. That ain't great. 9.
All right, so the only thing that you can see there is that there is a notch in the wall about 2 inches high by maybe ½ inch wide. But the source of whatever gust of air is not clear to you.
So I don't feel it from like wherever that notches or anything like that.
Well, you can put your hand over that notch, and when you do that, you do feel a change of temperature over that notch.
Okay. And I'm gonna kind of be like, hey guys, more than is spoken.
All right.
Come check out this wall. You know, and I kind of indicate, like, you know, I kind of put my hand over the spot. I'm like, you know, I felt a gust of wind and
Something's wonky. Yeah.
and followed it over here. You know, and if you kind of put your hand here, you know, and I'll take someone's hand and kind of put it in that spot, you know, be like, can you feel that change in temperature?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Bronson, you can see this slot that's been carved into the wall there, 2 inches vertically, you know, half-inch wide.
Does it look like a coin would fit?
I was about to ask that.
There's so many coins.
Sure.
Do the gold one if we're gonna do that.
Maybe it wants more teeth.
Ah,
I got plenty of teeth.
Ugh.
I don't have plenty of strength score. That's some brutal shit too, man. 5 strength damage.
does it look like anything else might fit in the slot?
What else you
Like-
got?
You don't want to know.
Well, yeah.
Weird like
All joke answers aside. I mean, I got all these like. Technically, they're non-magical, but I mean like magical components and stuff. I still got that knife. I mean, I have a dagger. Does that look like any sort of like blade would fit in there, like a hand blade? Which a knife, a hand blade. Come on, Kuma.
I mean, are we carrying any coins, guys? Can't we just maybe use one of our own? I know that we have a room completely full of it.
Well,
But-
somebody usually carries my coin, so if he left it back at the thing, then that's a no.
Yeah, I don't think I left. I still have some of my own. Because I sent some off to Kira back over in the capital.
Well, time
So-
to tithe, preacher.
Yep. So yeah, I'll take out one of my gold pieces and see if it fits in the slot.
Yeah, it
See
absolutely.
if it fits. Don't drop it in yet. See if it fits.
It definitely fits.
Okay, I push it in.
Yeah, so the coin drops in, and then you start to hear a mechanism starting to move, and then the stone wall starts to open up, moving to your right, and reveals a small opening, which opens up to a larger opening.
Oh, good. So we don't have to go through that other door with the corpse.
Why does the corpse feel like a red herring of some sort?
I think the corpse signifies that this is a terrible choice of doors.
Yeah, it seems, but that's what she's saying. It seems so obvious that it would indicate a bad door that it could be set up to actually be the good door.
Well, that's why we have a gator.
By the way, I'm still a gator because as long as I concentrate for an hour, because the floating disc was not concentration, I was wrong about that. But I'm a gator for an hour, so I'll plod forward. I'm the strong one. I'll stand in square with Rosa and cautiously poke my head in. Would you like investigation or perception or something?
Yeah, if you want to do investigation, you can look around.
All right. I'll look with my eyes.
Am I able to also look?
Yeah, sure.
14.
I'm sorry, was that investigation or perception?
Investigation.
16.
Yeah, so you're able to see this passageway opens up to a landing, and then there's a staircase that descends down to the right.
Eesh.
But there doesn't appear to be any traps or anything that's particularly dangerous.
Nothing's moving.
Actually, hold up. So one
Yeah,
of
I
my,
was gonna say.
I actually have a domain spell, Arcane Eye. And when we were up against like flat walls, I didn't think that would be a good use for it, but I could send it down the hallway
Yeah.
for up to an hour. So let me see if I can send that over. There we go. That's the information for it. It's an action. It's a range of 30. So I'll create a magical eye that hovers in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I will mentally receive information, visual information. It has normal vision and dark vision out to 30 feet. It can look in every direction, and as an action, I can move them up to another 30 feet.
Okay.
It can't enter another plane of existence. A solid barrier blocks the eye's movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. So
you're going to send it down this hallway?
Yep.
And then down the steps?
Yep.
Okay. So the steps go down to a landing, and then it turns right. You're going to send it that way?
Let's see, so that's, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, so I'll move it 1 more square.
Now it can see up to 30 feet, and it's going to reveal a door.
It's gonna trigger a monologue.
It's an eye.
Okay, so yeah, I kind of relay that back to the group. I'm like, it looks like we have a door, but I don't know if there's any particular traps.
Yay.
Man, I know my saving throws ain't great, but let's, you know what? I'll be brave, Rosa, with big legs. So
Well, we have to mind the rope too, because we're
oh crap! I forgot we
we're
were on the rope.
sectioned. So either I have to go first and Bronson takes up the rear, or vice versa.
Got it.
I mean, we could
So-
just take off the rope if you guys don't think there's gonna be
I
more
like the
falling
rope.
traps.
I like the rope.
All right.
We've never done it before, and I feel like the second we take it off, somebody's falling in a pit.
Well, lead on, Gator. Mr. Back of the pack.
I'll shuffle forward, and I'll stand on the landing, waiting for any ill effects.
Nope. you're
And
good.
I'll peer down the stairs. I want to look real hard at these stairs. Do any of them look like I'm even looking for like shoddy mason work. I don't want to like have something crumble underfoot and just be like a mechanical accident.
Nope. They look
Oh,
like
boy.
regular stone-built steps.
All right. Well, if I start falling, Rosa, if I start falling, cut the line, and I hand her my knife. I'm not pulling the rest of you with me.
All right.
Or, I mean, I can lift a tremendous amount of weight, so we could just pull you.
Yeah, but you're in the back, and I'd be pulling everybody. Like it would. Okay. Well, okay, Rosa. In the event that it's for the best, do what you have to do, and I start walking down the stairs.
Also, Rosa's big now,
She,
Yeah. Rosa
well,
has
I'm
big-
bigger.
and she's
I'm
strong.
always bigger.
And you're an alligator.
And I'm an alligator. Yeah, I'm Leatherhead right now. Don't forget, viewers, I'm Leatherhead. All right,
just
I'm at the
imagine-
bottom of the stair.
You're a cartoon alligator with a hat and like a tie.
Hey, he just walks
No,
on
he's got the vest and the dungarees, but also instead of the bush hat, it's the Macho Man hat.
Of course it is.
He's a country gator.
So I
Cowboy hat.
get down to the bottom of the stairs here.
Okay.
You die.
How dead am I?
No, you're fine. You see the door. It's just as the magic eye had described. It's a 20-foot hallway that has a door at the end. The door has a knob that can be turned.
And then
Bronson, I found a door for you.
Okay.
Oh wait, I'm the strong one now. Come on, and I tug the rope because I feel it starting to get. Come on. And I'll insist as I walk forward.
Yeah,
make
yeah,
them
yeah,
feel
that's
they
fine.
need to follow.
I
I
think we're
investigate the
compelled.
door.
Yeah.
The door is unlocked.
Is there any sort of hole or anything like that? That's like 1 inch in diameter.
A pole?
A hole.
A
She's looking for
hole.
another.
Yep. I got to find something to send the arcane eye through, if there is anything.
No, there's no keyhole, there's no nothing. It's just a door.
Well, boo.
Well, okay, so I trust no doors in any dungeon whatsoever. You two, back up around the corner there. Back up.
It's a
Back
mimic.
up. Well, if it's... I've been citing the old ways. No, both of you up around the corner, please. But Rosa, around the corner.
It's got to move.
You just push him. He's weak. Push him over.
Yeah, it's
Sounds
yeah. I mean,
tell me twice. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, if anything's gonna explode out of this door, it doesn't need to hit more than one of us. I don't trust a single door right now. I figure out how it opens and I open it.
Yeah, so the knob just opens right up. It reveals a 10-foot hallway
open.
and another door.
Okay. Oh boy, I don't like this. All right, y'all.
I'm gonna get take point again.
No, you're weak. Hey, how often do I get to say that? There's another 10-foot hallway and a door at the end. I'm gonna go in. React accordingly. I don't want to tell y'all what to do. Use your heads. I enter the room and I step up to the door.
Yeah, it's like
All right, so as soon as you step into the room, roll a dexterity check.
Oh God!
As the floor gives way to another pit trap.
yeah, there you go. Good thing we kept the ropes, I guess. I
So I
was
don't
wrong.
trust a single tile in the dungeon. So 6.
6. So you're gonna fall down about 10 feet onto poisoned spikes.
Do we have a chance to react to that? Like, since this was basically the plan the whole time, was in case of falling, pull on rope.
Rosa cuts the rope.
No.
Told me to.
It's like, tell me you're not a sailor.
So
what?
I'm a sailor.
So as he falls, you're gonna try to react by grabbing the rope and
just-
stopping him from hitting the bottom.
Yeah. If we just throw all of our weight in the opposite direction to try to keep him from falling into the hole, and then advancing far enough back that he clears the area. Ideally we don't want him falling 10 feet onto poison spikes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Let's have since it's a bit of a surprise, I'll let everybody roll a dexterity check, and
Okay.
then you can do a combined strength check.
I hate to nitpick. I think it should be a save because it's an instant reaction, but
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to you, DM.
I got 17 on dex save.
A dexterity save? Is that what you're saying,
Yeah.
Gator?
It's the same as my standard checks anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was saying because it's like if they were to fall in the trap, they'd have to instantly react or perish.
Yeah. Dexterity save, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, who's made the dexterity save?
I made a 17.
17, and who else is attempting to grab onto the
I
rope?
got a 19 to not get pulled by the rope, but I can no longer lend any strength to rope
Yeah.
pulling.
With a strength score of 2.
He's just in
So
the air.
I dex save, to make sure I have enough slack that I don't get yanked.
And what about Rosa?
I rolled 2.
Yeah, okay, so really Bronson is just going to be you. So Let's have an athletics check to see if you can save him from
He's at the
hitting the
end.
bottom, or if he's going to drag Rosa in with him.
Natural 20 for a 25.
Okay,
Wow.
so he falls down. The rope goes tight, and you see Rosa get yanked off her feet. She flies forward as well, going into the hole. But Bronson's able to grab the rope, and even with his lessened strength, he's able to grip it tight, wrap his arm around it, and prevent everybody from falling all the way to the ground.
Basically, it's just bracing the rope and then just planting my ass on the ground to try and make sure that no more distance is given to the rope, and then I start pulling it back up the line.
Yeah,
And
so,
I like Solomon just in the air at the because he's just dragged up by the rope, and then like it's like Data in Goonies when he's hanging from the Pincher's apparel. Okay, while I'm hanging down here, can I do a perception check to see if there's another way out?
roll a d6 first, and Rosa, you're gonna roll a d6 as well. It'll take a little bit of bludgeoning damage.
As we slam into the wall instead of the spikes.
That's right.
Well, or just the sheer pain of the rope.
Oh yeah, that would.
Yeah.
Of course, I roll high. 5.
4.
All right, so Gator, you're gonna take 4, and Rosa's gonna take 2.
Oh, okay.
I think he gave you half because you weren't supposed to be involved.
It's fine. I'm good.
Yeah, so looking around that pit, you can see that it's basically like there are like nail spikes at the bottom, but you don't see anything else of significance in that hole.
Bronson, we got a pungy pit. Get us out of here.
Yep. Let's start pulling them back.
Okay.
I guess I could just like put the rope over my shoulder and then just walk back towards the stairs to pull them up.
Yep.
I like to think Bronson saw it coming and he just instantly and just turns and starts walking the rope back. Feels it get really tight and then just keeps pulling.
I just grab the wall, like brace, knowing that it was gonna happen, and then start working my way back. Yeah. So, all right. So you're not dead. So that's positive.
Not dead. So we have a pit, and rather than jump it, can I just hover the floating disc over it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, DM. Such a generous DM. I appreciate you putting up with our shenanigans.
Sure thing. So you get to the other door, and it looks just like the first door.
Might as well throw it open.
Okay, so you throw it open, and on the other side,
Gator Man.
a 10-foot hallway with another door.
Now you gotta be real careful and ginger on all these footsteps.
Never tell me the odds. Wait, wrong.
You're like tapping each foot or each square with your toe. Is that enough?
I know. Now I'm thinking about like Squid Game. The dude with the glass maker who like he knew which ones were real. By the way, so anyway. Oh, but I don't even want to. Oh man, this sucks. I don't have any. No, don't. All right. Take a real ginger step in, and I'll try it. Like I'm thinking a 10-foot square, or is this a 5-foot square? I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 5 foot. Oh, I still wouldn't be able to reach out and like pincer myself properly, just the floor. So I'll take a step in.
You take a step in, and nothing happens.
Oh boy. Okay. How
Feel
about
that next one?
I know. I'm thinking of all these like stupid little things that probably just won't even go. There's like no way for me to like take the rope and like jam it under the door. I'm presuming that's just never gonna work. In an effort to brace myself, I take a step forward. Why is the wizard doing this?
Okay, you're good. Nothing happens.
You see, and this is the great thing about. I'm sorry to interrupt play, but the anxiety of even just moving one square.
Mm-hmm.
This is D&D. And it looks like the same kind of door. It's gonna open the same kind of way.
Identical to the other two, except the doorknob is on the other side this time. On the left side.
I don't know why that's so weird to me.
Yeah, like because it's a mimic.
You know, all doors have a knob on the right side on one side of the door, and it's on the left side on the other side.
Maybe it's just for lefties. I tried the door.
Yep, unlocked. It opens right up. Reveals a hallway.
Oh my god, not another copy pasta hallway. Oh, this one actually... Alright, this one goes about 20 feet and turns to the south, y'all.
That means there's probably more pits.
I mean,
Rosa, can we get an arcane eye in here?
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll send it through. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so it'll get to about... Oh, ping. There we go. It'll get to about there.
Well, okay, so it's going to see everything that Gator can see right now.
Okay. I can just keep moving it forward then. It just moves 30 feet at a time.
Sure. So is it moving to the turn at the end?
Yeah, 5, 10, 15.
Right, so it can see 30 feet?
Yep, so 15 will put me one square in the black. 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay, and it can see up to 30 feet.
From
So that's
there?
where the eye sits. Yep. I'll double check that. I can move it 30 feet to any direction. And yeah, it has normal vision out to 30 feet. And can look in every direction. Okay. So it's just a long hallway.
Really long hallway.
Oh boy.
What you can notice in that hallway, there are a fair amount of spider webs at this around the top of the walls, but they are like standard spider webs. You know, not like they're not
Phase
giant
spiders.
They're not giant spider webs or anything. And there's no sign of any large spiders either.
Okay. I'll relay that information. Are we all still tied together with the rope, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
After that last scene, I don't see a reason not to be.
Because if I understand right, then this pit, there's no real way to get around it, right? Except to either put something over it
Yeah,
or...
Gator put the disc in it.
Oh, okay. I thought he took it with him. My bad.
You can jump over it. You can use something to walk over it. You can have someone throw you over it.
Toss me, but don't tell the elf.
Ha!
Brain
Jump
will
the
work.
distance, you have to toss me.
I'm like, I don't know if I have that kind of athletics type check. I'm I'm a scholar, not an athlete.
Yeah, I mean, if you run, your jumping distance is... We calculated this once before. I don't remember what
It's
it was.
longer since she's taller.
That's right.
You should be able to jump 5 feet.
Yeah, I
right?
would think so.
Especially a running jump.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
My hips are blasted. I'm pretty sure I can jump 5 feet, but that landing's gonna just destroy me.
All right, so I'll try and jump over the pit.
Yeah, you can jump up to your strength score.
Did you hear that, Bronson?
Okay.
Somebody's gonna have to carry me across.
Oh, he's got a 2.
Yeah, I got you.
Can you just Marco stunt him into the turnbuckle?
You're just gonna
I love
eat
that
him
guy.
across it.
Dude, I didn't know he had a brother who also wrestles, and their tag team is called the Stunt Doubles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we doing?
Moving down the hallway.
Moving down the hallway. Well, I'm leading the way still because I'm so buff.
Okay, you're gonna open that door. All right, as soon as you step in, take a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, I rolled high. Let me just. I know what the number is, but it's like I don't know it unless I look at it. 18.
18. Yeah. So you.
17. 17. Sorry.
So predictably, you feel the floor give way again, just like the last one had done, as it falls into a pit, and you jump out of the way.
And that's a rock fact. I'm already. I win. All right, you guys, come on. We gotta. Well, I guess actually Bronson has to toss the gnome.
You could probably carry him over. A piece.
I just put him like I'm carrying a football. Just doing the running back dance. I'm just Heismaning my way over.
Sure. Okay. Where to now?
Well, the hallway only really goes one direction.
So I step up here and just cautiously, for comedy's sake, poke my head around the corner. And as soon as I'm satisfied that there's nothing there, and I can see with my own eyes, not that I don't trust Rosa, but, see what I believe. Believe what I see. Anyway.
So it's a very
one
long
direction
hallway.
and unfortunate falls.
A thought occurs. Firebolt straight down the hallway.
The range is 120.
See.
You'll burn down this whole temple.
All right, so you launch it. Goes all the way down the hallway until it stops, and it ignites something all the way at the end.
Super.
And you can faintly make out a door, which is now set ablaze.
Cautiously tiptoe forward, not perturbed by the fire, more perturbed by the possibility of something going out from under me. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Oh. 21.
So as you are carefully walking down this hallway, you start to hear voices, and they are happy voices. They are drinking and singing drinking songs, and it's faint, but it's in the distance.
Do I recognize the drinking song? Are they in a language that I recognize first, and then is the tune something I know?
Yeah. It sounds like a pretty popular drinking song that you've heard before. But it's a pretty common drinking song.
Were we expecting anybody down here? They said other people have come in, but naturally they would have gone out, or unless they got lost.
We were also told that this was going to be a vision quest, so I mean, like, strange things can be afoot.
In a vision quest, you're not supposed to go towards happy. I don't like this. Did we have any other options? We had the man pointing at the door.
Yeah.
Let's go back. I don't like this. Let that can burn.
I mean,
What's Solomon
metagaming
Rosa?
wise, it's probably the connector. There's probably a door to your left coming up soon.
Don't take this from me.
But no, because we went downstairs, so unless it was the stairs going up. So, okay, that's a good point, though. So I'd have to approximate that. I'm not a dwarf. But here's what I can. This is more reasonable. Can I start just feeling the walls, like where I am? I'll take a step forward, feel some more.
Yep.
You want an investigation, I assume?
Yes, please.
What? I'm rolling pretty good. 21.
So you do investigate these walls, and you're looking for secret doors, traps, anything. And this really is a long hallway with nothing of note other than what's at the end of the hallway. It seems to almost be beckoning you to come forward that way.
Can I check the floor? Like, I wonder, like, because we haven't found a pit, but like maybe we could find, I don't know, cache something.
Yeah, as you look at the floor and you look at the bricks on the side of the hallway, you can see that there's a slight downward slope to the floor.
A slope. Can I? Rosa, toss me a coin.
Okay. I toss him a coin.
And I want to like hold it up on its like on the thin side, so it's like facing up, and I want to like flick it and see if it'll just keep going.
No, it doesn't perform. It doesn't do anything unnatural.
No, I think what he's trying to do is, if he sets a coin on its edge, and lets go, will it start rolling?
Yeah. I don't know why I didn't say it like that.
It's not that strong of a gravitational pull that it would make the coin roll that way.
Okay, so it like probably falls over pretty immediately.
Well, no, it's just standing on its edge.
And I'll grab it up. I don't know. I heard the word slope, and I don't like that. I don't know why, but I just like something. It gave me the willies. I'm not going down there. I go back here and I give Rosa her coin back.
All right.
So Solomon, how did you get over here?
I assume I'm still being carried by Bronson, who's following up in the rear.
Yes.
All right, so there we go. All right, so let's have a perception check from Bronson and Solomon.
That is an 11.
14.
14. All right, so Solomon, as you're being carried, you're just kind of looking around, right? Because you're kind of relying on Bronson to do the work for you here. That first pit you jumped over, it looked really nasty. It had spikes at the bottom of it. The second pit didn't have any spikes at the bottom of it. Which
hey,
find a little odd.
There's no spikes in this other pit over here.
Okay, I'm just gonna lower him down.
Yeah, it's like I fell and investigated the wrong one.
He's like 30 pounds. Like, I'll just like dip him down in. Mission
He's like
Impossible
lowering
style.
like a large ham down.
I'll just make some minor illusions to sparkle, to light up around me a little bit. I'm like a disco ball.
So you're gonna lower him into the pit you just jumped over?
Yeah.
All right, so Solomon, as you're looking around, you can see that there is a stone door built into the north side of this pit trap, and there are no spikes on the floor itself.
I got a door.
Oh, this is like Ghostbusters 2 when they broke through the sidewalk. Or it wasn't the sidewalk, or it wouldn't have been as much as a street. But anyway, yeah.
You're always referencing theater I'm unfamiliar with, Gator.
You need to see more theater, my friend. Listen, I got these really great tickets to the show with my friend Chancellor Lincoln. Is anybody not even gonna like laugh at? Too soon, I get it. 200 years too soon.
I don't recognize your references, Gator.
I was like, I
Lincoln.
didn't get it.
Chancellor Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. Theater. Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how did you enjoy the show?
I enjoyed it about as much as I need another hole in the head.
Oh.
Alright. You want to climb down here after me,
Yeah,
people?
like, so I'll lower everybody down. It shouldn't be too big of a problem.
All right,
I
so
don't know, I'm pretty swole right now when I start just flexing.
I mean, you could just ride your disc.
That's not how that works. It can't move up or down significantly. So, I mean, really, I've been using it wrong the whole time, but...
So, Solomon, are you going to enter the doorway?
No, somebody else is doing that. But guys, I don't know what happened back there in that other room, but I am exhausted. I am wiped out. If you're not carrying me, I'm sitting down and I'm not following you.
Yep.
That's actually probably your best course of action. So, well, let's... is it a 10-foot? Like 10 feet down?
Yes.
All right. So I'll help everybody else down since I have the strength in the party, and then I'll attempt an acrobatic leap.
To do what? To jump down a 10-foot pit?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's simple. That's...
I can catch him.
Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. A 10-foot is... You can reach 10 foot. Well, Bronson can.
Even better.
Yeah, so who's going to go into this door?
I'll do it.
Okay. So it leads to kind of an angled passageway. Oopsie daisy. But it is otherwise pretty normal. There's nothing crazy about it. It is a normal sized walkway. It just angles off to the left and it opens up to another door.
All right. I'll go to the other door.
Yep, and that door is also unlocked.
I will open the door.
Okay. That reveals what looks like a locker room.
Oh no.
So this is a bit of a medieval locker room inside the dungeon.
All right.
It's got, maybe a dozen lockers or so. They're all closed. It's got 2 benches, one on each side, and there is nothing else of interest out in the open.
Are the lockers, do they have like exterior locks on them?
Well, they have like a...
Do they have like a combination lock built in or something like that?
There's like a latch that can be lifted and opened.
Okay. But they don't look like they're necessarily like secure.
Mm-mm.
They're just closed.
Nope.
Do they have any names, like name tags or anything on them?
They do not. Mm-mm.
Numbers?
I want to open one.
Okay. There's kind of a mix of different things in here. There's within the first one you find there are some wrestling boots. There are some razor blades. That's just about it. And would you like to continue searching these lockers?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So each one's got something a little bit different, but you find a lot of different components that would be used by fighters on the King's Road. There's razor blades, face paint, wrestling boots, a med kit. There's a necklace with a holy symbol. Some of them have unknown herbs inside of them. Some of them have juice in them, a couple vials of juice, which we know to be a potion that increases your strength temporarily but will age you a year.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them has a shiny golden ticket. Maybe 4 inches by 8 inches.
Putting all this stuff in my backpack.
Sure. And just as you put that into your backpack, is the rest of the group in the room as well?
Yeah, I'd be waiting for everybody to group up.
Well, and we're all still tied by the rope, by
Right.
my understanding.
Which means I'm being dragged across the ground.
Yeah, I've still got Solomon just like tucked under one.
If you got
No,
me, then I'm dead.
No, here, if you're plundering, I'll take him, and we just hot potato him back and forth as we need.
It's like a child on a leash at the grocery store.
Yeah, except
Basically.
the child is like asleep, and so like he's just limply being like handed between parents.
No, Bronson, behind the back pass.
Don't drop
Just
him.
kidding.
So everybody's in the
Throw my
locker
bounce
room.
pass.
You can ignore the images of this room because I didn't do a good job making it a locker room. But trust me, the locker room. So as soon as you snatch up all those items, a giant ethereal skull, a visage of a skull, comes out into the room. And a booming voice projects from it. And it says the words, "Who dares disturb the rest of the dreamer? Prepare yourself for violence."
All right.
And you didn't find a muffler in there, did you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Bring it on, Tommy. Let's get it going.
So eventually the visage will fade away as it appears to have not scared any of you. Actually, let's have a wisdom saving throw. See if anybody falls under the effects of fear.
16.
16, you're good? Have everybody roll?
Is
please?
this a magical effect?
Yes.
Gator got a 15.
Good.
I got a 17.
You're
Said
good.
wisdom
Wisdom saving throw.
against being frightened.
Yes.
Okay. Rolled with advantage, and it can't do math. 25.
All right, so all of you just resist.
Yeah, we're all just
Right. So as this
not my first drug trip, buddy.
this visage of this skull is trying to intimidate the party, not happening. And at this point, you see that there is a hallway that leads away from that locker room itself.
All right.
But other than that, nothing else in this room.
Heading towards the end of that.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
say,
Another staircase that leads downwards.
Good opportunity to use the arcane eye.
yep. I'll send it that way.
Scouty makes scout face.
Yep.
All right. So it reveals a long hallway with a door at the end, and in that hallway, a 20-foot section is an exposed pit with hundreds of spikes in it.
That's pretty far.
Actually, check that. The pit does not have spikes in it. It has a barbed wire spider web throughout of it.
Oh! This dungeon was built by Wayne Kanemura.
I just got the piece this sort of together. It's Tommy the Dreamer's hardcore heaven. That's what it's gonna end up being. This place is gonna get worse and worse.
Go get him, Bronson.
Yeah. Alright, going down the stairs.
Rosa,
Alright.
do you want to send the eye down into the pit and see if there's anything to be seen? I mean, that thing can't be hurt.
I can send it down there.
Is it a magical eye? Is it tangible?
Let's.
It's invisible.
Yep, invisible
That doesn't mean
magical
it's not
eye.
tangible.
Intangible? Okay.
It just says invisible.
It's the camera from Super Mario 64. Like the key is just
It's
just
like
holding it.
too.
Yep.
So
Oh
can
my
he,
god.
Makes a little whop 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 noise.
Saucey, I'm not seeing where it gives any proper, like, is it tangible? It just says invisible magical eye.
okay, then we're going to say it's intangible.
Okay.
So it can descend into that pit, and that pit is just full of barbed wire, razor wire, all sorts of nasty, sharp objects. It's a bad time in there, but it's very visible. It's obvious. It's exposed.
It looks like Terry Funk's eyelid in here. My eye! Oh God, my eye! And then he always comes back. Anyway.
How long are the benches in the locker room?
The benches are maybe 8 foot.
Okay, so that's only about 16-ish feet. I was thinking about making a bridge out of it.
Yeah.
Still good.
Do I have any spells that could make that bridge so as long as we have material like that?
Well,
Like,
you still
we're
have this floating disc following you around, right?
Yeah, but I can't ferry people with it. I can only make it like be around me. It's unfortunate. It's not as I have the jump spell. I could pass out a jump spell, but I only have 3 slots left.
Can any of you clear that distance?
Yeah, I probably can.
Yeah, when you're not strength trained.
Yeah, I mean, my strength's still 15. I could probably jump it.
And if you rage, I mean, that's athletic, right?
Yep.
So it says your long jump ability is you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet before the jump.
So it's still not enough.
It's almost enough.
Almost. Yeah, but none of us are trying to do the Nest T plunge right now.
Why don't we leave it right here then at the edge of the 20-foot pit?
This seems fair, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call because, like, I am fading fast.
So that'll call it for this week. I've been Saucey, they've been the Young Lions, and this has been the King's Road. So say goodbye, Young Lions.
Goodbye, Young Lions.
Bye.
Young Lions.
All right, goodbye, folks. Hey, congratulations. If you're still listening, that means you made it to the end of the episode. Thanks for coming by and listening to this edition of King's Road Young Lions. If you like what you've heard, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and leave a comment down below of what you'd like to see on the next episode. For more great content from This Is Awesome Promotions, check out the YouTube channel, check out the Twitch channel, check us out on Twitter at TIA Promotions. Thanks again for coming around, and we'll see you next time down on the King's Road.